If it is true that Gavin Newsom is the absolute blithering idiot that I believe he is in the way he has handled fire management in this state again and again and again and again, this isn't a wake-up call. This is the kind of thing they have tribunals for.
Hollywood's glitter fades as tragedy strikes. Discover the shocking stories of 20 celebrities left homeless after the devastating Los Angeles fire swept through their lavish homes, proving fame and fortune can't escape nature's fury. Number 20, Jamie Lee Curtis. Jamie Lee Curtis, an iconic actress known for her roles in films like Halloween and Freaky Friday, was among the many residents of Pacific Palisades affected by the devastating Los Angeles fires. The neighborhood, known for its celebrity residents and breathtaking views, became one of the hardest-hit areas as the fire raged through uncontrollably. Curtis's home, a place that symbolized comfort and stability, was reduced to ashes. The Pacific Palisades fire was relentless, consuming everything in its path. Once a picturesque community filled with luxury homes, manicured gardens, and a sense of serenity, the area was left unrecognizable. Entire blocks were leveled, and Curtis's house was among those destroyed. The devastation was overwhelming, with only charred remains left behind where once vibrant homes stood. Curtis's loss extended beyond her property. The fire destroyed the close-knit community that she cherished so much, leaving her and her neighbors with little more than memories. Walking through what used to be her neighborhood, Curtis witnessed the full extent of the damage. Piles of rubble where families once celebrated milestones, burnt-out playgrounds, and streets covered in ash. The transformation of the area was both surreal and heartbreaking. Did you know Jamie Lee Curtis lost her home to the wildfires? Well, the devastation didn't stop there. Number 19, James Woods. James Woods, a seasoned actor celebrated for his performances in films like Casino and Videodrome, was also a victim to the Los Angeles fires. His home, a property that held countless memories and represented years of hard work, was completely destroyed in the blaze. Like many others, Woods had little time to prepare as the fire advanced rapidly, leaving him to evacuate with only the essentials. The destruction of Woods's home was a profound loss. The once stunning property, surrounded by lush greenery and offering a peaceful retreat, was now a smoldering heap of rubble. The fire not only claimed his house, but also devastated the surrounding area, leaving behind a barren and desolate landscape. The emotional impact of losing his home was immense for Woods, but he found solace in the support of his loved ones. Among the many moments of grief, one stood out. His 8-year-old niece offered her piggy bank to help him rebuild. While the fire had taken away so much, it couldn't extinguish the kindness and compassion of those around him. For James Woods, the experience served as a reminder of the unpredictability of life and the importance of community during times of crisis. As he looked toward the future, James joined the chorus of voices calling for better fire management and prevention measures to ensure that others would not have to endure similar losses. Number 18, Miles Teller. Miles Teller, known for his roles in Whiplash and Top Gun: Maverick, was no stranger to portraying resilience on screen. But nothing could have prepared him for the heartbreak of losing his real-life dream home. Miles Teller and his wife had invested in a stunning $7.5 million Cape Cod-style villa, nestled in the beautiful Pacific Palisades. The home was more than just a luxury property. It was where the couple had hoped to create lasting memories. The villa, with its elegant design and serene surroundings, was a perfect escape from the chaos of Hollywood. However, when the Los Angeles fire swept through the area, the house stood no chance against the raging flames. Within hours, the property was reduced to ashes, leaving the Tellers with nothing but memories of what was once a beautiful villa. What made the loss even more poignant was the irony of Miles's previous role on the movie, Only the Brave, where he played a firefighter battling wildfires. In the movie, Miles brought to life the bravery and sacrifice of those on the front lines, But now he was seeing the devastation from a different perspective, this time as a victim. The fire not only destroyed his home, but also the surrounding neighborhood, turning a vibrant community into a lifeless expanse of rubble and ash. While Miles Teller's connection to wildfires became all too real, another Hollywood legend, Anthony Hopkins, also found himself grappling with the destruction of a cherished home. Did you hear Miles Teller's dream home burned? Well, there's even more heartbreak to uncover. Number 17, Anthony Hopkins. Anthony Hopkins, the Oscar-winning actor celebrated for performances in The Silence of the Lambs and The Father, among other many movies, experienced a different kind of devastation when the Los Angeles fire claimed his $6 million California estate. Hopkins had purchased the property in 2021, drawn to its tranquility and charm. It was a place where he could retreat from the pressures of fame, surrounded by nature and peace. The home, with its elegant architecture and breathtaking views, was a true sanctuary for the actor. When the fires reached his neighborhood, Hopkins's estate was among the many that fell victim to the flames. The once beautiful property was left in ruins, with only a burnt fence and piles of ash as reminders of what used to be. For Hopkins, the loss was deeply personal. The house was more than just a place to live. It was where he found inspiration for his art, where he painted, composed music, and reflected on his illustrious career. The fire also disrupted his creative process. Known for his dedication to his craft, Anthony Hopkins often used his home as a space to prepare for roles and work on his personal projects. Losing that safe haven was a challenge that weighed heavily on him. Despite the devastation, Anthony Hopkins expressed gratitude for the safety of his family and the efforts of the firefighters who risked their lives to contain the blaze. He became vocal about the need for better fire management and environmental policies, recognizing the increasing frequency and severity of wildfires. What would you grab if you had seconds before losing it all? Number 16, Billy Crystal. Billy Crystal, the beloved comedian and actor known for classics like When Harry Met Sally and City Slickers, always said that his home wasn't just a house. It was a place filled with laughter, love, and family memories. For years, Crystal's home was where he raised his children and eventually watched his grandchildren play. Every corner of the house held a story, a wall marked with heights as the kids grew, a kitchen where countless meals were shared, and a cozy living room where movie nights were a family tradition. The home was a testament to a life well lived, filled with warmth and joy. When the Los Angeles fire swept through his neighborhood, everything changed in an instant. The fire moved so quickly that there was little time to save more than the essentials. By the time the fire was over, well, Crystal's family home was gone, reduced to a pile of ash and rubble. The emotional toll was immense. For Crystal, the loss wasn't just about the physical structure of the house, but about the memories tied to it. The birthday parties, holiday celebrations, and everyday moments that made the house a home were suddenly just memories. Losing your home feels like losing a piece of yourself, he later shared with friends. Despite the heartbreak, Billy Crystal focused on what truly mattered the most, his family's safety. The experience reinforced his belief that people, not possessions, are what makes a house a home. As he worked to rebuild, Billy Crystal used his platform to support others affected by the wildfires, emphasizing the importance of community during tough times. Number 15, Heidi Montag and Spencer Pratt. Heidi Montag and Spencer Pratt, famous for their time on the hills, had built a life together in a beautiful family home that symbolized their growth and journey. But the Los Angeles fire didn't spare their sanctuary, leaving the couple to face the overwhelming challenge of starting all over again. Their home was more than just a place to live. It was where they had poured their love and their energy into creating a safe and happy environment for their growing family. From the nursery they decorated for their child to the backyard where they spent sunny afternoons together, the house represented a fresh start for them after years and years of ups and downs. When the fires swept through, Montag and Pratt were forced to evacuate with little notice. They could only grab a few belongings before the flames consumed everything. The devastation was total. Their family home, their personal belongings, and the memories that they had created there were lost. The emotional impact was profound. Starting over after such a significant loss wasn't just about rebuilding a house. It was about rebuilding a sense of stability and security for the family. In interviews, Montag and Pratt spoke candidly about the challenges of coping with the loss while trying to remain hopeful about the future. They acknowledged the pain of losing irreplaceable items, but also expressed gratitude for the safety of their loved ones. Eugene Levy's peaceful retreat is gone, with only a single chimney standing as a reminder. Number 14, Eugene Levy. Eugene Levy, the comic genius behind Schitt's Creek, had always cherished his Pacific Palisades home as a peaceful retreat from the bustling world of Hollywood. But when the Los Angeles fire swept through, that sanctuary was reduced to just one standing reminder, a lone chimney. Levy's home was a place filled with memories and quiet evenings, family gatherings, and moments of creativity that helped shape his iconic career. It was where he found balance in life, away from the spotlight, and focused on spending time with loved ones. The house's charm was simple yet elegant, much like the humor Levy brought to his famous role as Johnny Rose in Schitt's Creek. But the fire spared no one, not even Levy's beloved home. When the smoke cleared, all that remained was a single soot-covered chimney. The sight of it was a stark contrast to the lively and vibrant space it once was. The loss was heartbreaking, as Levy reflected on the countless moments shared within those walls, moments that could never be replaced. The experience drew a haunting parallel to his role in Schitt's Creek, where his character, Johnny Rose, loses everything and has to start over. Much like Johnny, Levy now faced the challenges of rebuilding, not just a house, but the sense of comfort and security it represented. However, the real-life devastation was far from comedic. Imagine building your dream life, only to watch it go up in smoke. Number 13, Mandy Moore. Mandy Moore, the star of This Is Us, faced the heartbreaking destruction of the Los Angeles fires with a deep sense of gratitude. When her family home was lost, the safety of her loved ones was her greatest relief. Moore's home was not just a place to live. It was a space where she and her family had built their dreams and shared countless moments of joy. From hosting cozy dinners to planning her future, the house was the backdrop of many chapters in Mandy Moore's life. When the fires reached her neighborhood, Moore and her family had to evacuate in a hurry, grabbing only what they could carry. The fire moved so quickly, leaving little time for anything but ensuring their safety. When they returned to survey the damage, they found that the home was gone, reduced to ashes like so many others. Their loss was a heavy blow, but Moore focused on the silver lining. Her family was unharmed, and they had each other. Reflecting on that experience, she expresses her deep gratitude for the firefighters who worked tirelessly to protect as many lives as possible. While the destruction was devastating, the reminder of what truly mattered was something that she carried forward. Number 12, Steven Spielberg. Steven Spielberg, the visionary filmmaker behind Jurassic Park and E.T., spent years crafting stories of adventure and resilience. But when the Los Angeles fires consumed his legendary estate, he faced a loss that no script could have prepared him for. Steven Spielberg's estate was more than a home. It was a masterpiece. Nestled in the hills of Los Angeles, it was a sprawling property that reflected his success and creativity. With its sweeping views, lush gardens, and an impressive collection of memorabilia from his films, the estate stood as a testament to his extraordinary career and life. When the fires engulfed the area, the estate couldn't be saved. What was once a vibrant and inspiring place was reduced to rubble. The fire's intensity left little behind, destroyed not only the structures, by the priceless personal items tied to Spielberg's legacy. Among the losses were handwritten notes, awards, and mementos from decades of groundbreaking filmmaking. For Spielberg, the loss was deeply personal. The estate had been a haven, a place where he could recharge and create. It was where he had hosted friends, family, and collaborators, shaping some of Hollywood's most iconic moments. Losing it all in the fire, well, it was a stark reminder of how fragile even the most cherished possessions can be. Number 11, Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson. Tom Hanks, Hollywood's beloved everyman, and his wife, actress and singer Rita Wilson, found themselves in an all-too-real story of loss when their multi-million-dollar property was destroyed in the Los Angeles fires. The couple's home was a symbol of love and stability, a place where they built their life together and raised their family. The property reflected their shared passions, with music rooms for Rita and spaces filled with memorabilia for Hanks's career, from Forrest Gump to Saving Private Ryan. When the fire swept through, Hanks and Wilson were forced to evacuate, leaving behind decades of memories and treasures. The flames consumed everything in their path, and by the time the fire was under control, well, their home was gone. The loss was not just financial, it was emotional. Their house was a cornerstone of their family life, and the destruction left a void. Despite the pain, Hanks and William took the loss in stride, focusing on gratitude for what remained, their safety and the well-being of their loved ones. Hanks, known for his optimism and grounded personality, spoke about the importance of perspective. Houses can be rebuilt, but lives can't be replaced, he said in a statement after the fire. Number 10, Chris Pratt and Katherine Schwarzenegger. Chris Pratt, the star of Guardians of the Galaxy, and his wife, author Katherine Schwarzenegger, cherished their family home as a safe haven where they could escape the spotlight. But the Los Angeles fires turned their dream home into a devastating memory. The couple's home was a place where they built a life together, filled with love, laughter, and milestones. It was where they celebrated their first holidays as a married couple, brought their children into the world, and created traditions they hoped would last for generations. For them, it wasn't just a house, it was their sanctuary. When the fires reached their neighborhood, Pratt and Schwarzenegger were forced to evacuate with only moments to spare. They had left behind most of their belongings, unsure of what they would find upon their return. Unfortunately, when the flames were finally extinguished, their home was reduced to ashes. The emotional impact of losing such a personal space was overwhelming. Pratt and Schwarzenegger both spoke about the heartbreak of seeing the place that they had built together destroyed. For Pratt, who often shares his love for the outdoors and nature, the loss extended to the surrounding environment, which was also severely damaged. Schwarzenegger expressed gratitude that their family was safe, but admitted that starting over was daunting. Despite their grief, the couple focused on staying positive. They leaned on their faith in each other, using the experience as a reminder of what truly mattered, their loved ones and their health. They also joined efforts to support wildfire relief, helping others who faced similar losses. Their story became one of resilience and hope, showing that even in the face of disaster, it's possible to rebuild stronger than before. You won't believe the heartbreak and resilience in this next story. Number 9, Adam Sandler. Adam Sandler, the comedic genius behind movies like Happy Gilmore and Grown Ups, had always kept his Malibu home as a place to unwind and enjoy the simple pleasures of family life. But the Los Angeles fires swept that all away in a matter of hours. Sandler's Malibu retreat home was more than just a house. It was a place where he could escape the pressures of Hollywood and focus on what mattered the most, spending time with his wife and daughters. Nestled near the beach, the home had stunning views with a laid-back atmosphere that perfectly matched Sandler's own down-to-earth personality. When the fire spread through Malibu, Sandler's home became one of the many casualties. The fire moved quickly, destroying everything in its path, including his cherished family retreat. The once vibrant property was reduced to a blackened shell, with nothing left but the memories that Sandler and his family had made there. The loss was deeply felt by Adam Sandler, who has often spoken about how important his family is to him. Losing a place that held so many special moments was a painful reminder of how quickly things can change. However, Sandler's sense of humor and positive outlook, well, it helped him cope. He shared his gratitude for the safety of his loved ones and expressed his admiration for the firefighters who worked tirelessly to protect as many homes that they could. Number 8, Kate Hudson. Kate Hudson, the star of Almost Famous and a member of the Hollywood royalty, had always considered her Los Angeles home a reflection of her personality, warm, vibrant, and full of life. When the Los Angeles fires destroyed it, she was left grappling with the loss of a place that had been her anchor for years. Kate Hudson's home wasn't just another celebrity mansion, it was iconic. With its bohemian charm, open spaces, and lush gardens, the house represented her carefree and creative spirit. It was where she hosted family gatherings, celebrated milestones, and found comfort during her busiest days. When the fires reached her neighborhood, Kate Hudson had to leave in a hurry, packing only a few essentials. Like so many others, she returned to find her home reduced to ashes. The sight of the devastation was overwhelming for Kate, and the memories tied to the house made the loss even harder to bear. Hudson reflected on what the house meant for her, not just a physical space, but as a place where she could truly be herself. She described the sadness of losing personal items and keepsakes, like family photos and sentimental gifts, which were irreplaceable. Despite the pain, Kate focused on the safety of her loved ones, grateful that she and her family were unharmed. Number 7, Priyanka Chopra and Nick Jonas. Priyanka Chopra and Nick Jonas, a global power couple known for their talent and philanthropy, were among the many forced to evacuate when the Los Angeles fires threatened their home. While they escaped safely, the loss of their neighborhood was a sobering reminder of how unpredictable life can be. Priyanka and Nick's Los Angeles home had been a place of love and tranquility for the couple. It was where they hosted friends, celebrated holidays, and balanced their hectic schedules. But when the fires broke out, the couple had to leave quickly, prioritizing their safety over everything else. Thankfully, they were able to evacuate without harm, but the damage to their neighborhood, well, it was devastating. Homes around them were destroyed, leaving an eerie silence where a vibrant community once thrived. Priyanka took to social media to share her gratitude for the firefighters and first responders who worked tirelessly to protect lives and limit the damage. In a heartfelt message, Priyanka wrote about the bravery of those on the front lines and how much their efforts meant to her and Nick. She reminded her followers of the importance of supporting these heroes and the families affected by the fires. Brace yourself, the next revelation is as moving as it is tragic. Number 6, Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck, the actor known for his roles as Batman and in Good Will Hunting, faced his own real-life challenge when the Los Angeles fires destroyed his $20 million estate. What happened next reminded everyone that even superheroes need a place to call home. Ben's estate was more than just a mansion. It was a symbol of his hard work and a place where he found peace away from the spotlight. The house, with its sprawling grounds and luxurious design, was where he spent time with his family and recharged from his demanding career. When the fires raged through his neighborhood, there was no stopping the flames. Affleck had to evacuate quickly, leaving behind cherished belongings and memories. By the time the fire was extinguished, his estate was gone, reduced to rubble. With no time to plan his next move, Ben Affleck turned to someone he trusted, his ex-wife, actress Jennifer Garner. Despite their divorce, the two had remained close, co-parenting their children and supporting each other through ups and downs. Garner opened her home to Affleck, providing him and their kids with a safe place to stay during such a difficult time. The loss of his home was a stark reminder of how quickly life can change, but Affleck remained focused on his family. He later shared his gratitude for Garner's support and the firefighters who worked tirelessly to protect as many lives as possible. For Affleck, the experience was a lesson in humility and resilience, showing that what truly matters in the face of disaster isn't just material possessions, but the connections we hold so dear. Number 5, Anna Faris. Anna Faris, known for her comedic roles in Mum and Scary Movie, found herself in an unthinkable situation when her $5 million home was destroyed in the Los Angeles fires. It was a heartbreaking moment that led to a powerful journey of rebuilding her life. Faris's home was a cozy and inviting space where she had created countless happy memories. From hosting game nights with friends to decorating for her son's birthdays, the house was a reflection of her fun and loving personality. But when the fire swept through her neighborhood, it was clear that nothing could stop the devastation. Forced to evacuate, Faris had little time to grab more than a few essentials. By the time she returned home, her home was reduced to ashes. The loss was overwhelming, especially the irreplaceable items tied to her life's milestones. Number 4, Paris Hilton. Paris Hilton, the glamorous socialite and entrepreneur known for her lavish lifestyle, faced a devastating reality when the Los Angeles fires destroyed not just one, but 2 of her cherished homes. It was a loss that turned her world upside down. Paris Hilton's Malibu home, often showcased in her social media posts, was a beachside paradise. It was where she found peace, far from the chaos of her public life. Her second property, nestled in California's hills, was equally special. A sanctuary filled with memories, family gatherings, and personal treasures. When the fire struck, they swept through both locations with relentless speed. Hilton had to evacuate with little notice, leaving behind years of belongings and carefully curated spaces. By the time the fires were extinguished, both homes were reduced to rubble. The destruction was complete, leaving Hilton heartbroken over the loss of the places where she found joy and comfort. For Hilton, losing these homes was about more than losing just buildings themselves. It was about the memories and milestones tied to them, moments of laughter with friends, holidays with family, and the creative energy she drew from her surroundings. Paris described the experience as surreal and devastating. Despite the heartbreak, Hilton channeled her energy into supporting recovery efforts. She publicly thanked first responders and used her platform to raise awareness about the impact of wildfires. Hilton's focus on helping others showed that even in the face of personal loss, she was determined to make a difference. Like Paris Hilton, John Goodman, Faze clan, and Patricia Heaton also faced devastation when their family homes were lost to the wildfires. Number 3, John Goodman. John Goodman, the beloved actor known for his roles in Roseanne and The Big Lebowski, always described his Pacific Palisades home as the heart of his family. When the Los Angeles fire tore through his area, his heart was tragically broken. Goodman's home was a place of comfort and joy, where he and his family built a life filled with love and laughter. Surrounded by lush greenery and offering stunning views, it was more than just a house. It was a retreat where the actor could escape the demands of his career and focus on what mattered most, his family. When the fires reached the Palisades, Goodman and his family had to evacuate quickly. The flames moved too fast to save much, and when they returned, they found their home reduced to ashes. The backyard pool, once a lively gathering spot, was surrounded by charred ruins, a haunting reminder of what was lost. The loss deeply affected Goodman and his family. Their home had been the setting for countless cherished moments, from holiday celebrations to quiet evenings together. Losing it meant losing a piece of their shared history. Number 2, Faze clan. The Faze clan, one of the biggest names in online gaming, had a mansion that wasn't just a home, it was a gaming paradise. Packed with high-end gaming setups, a luxurious pool, and enough space for all the Faze members, it was like a dream come true for gamers everywhere. But when the Los Angeles fires reached the mansion, that dream quickly turned to ashes. The Faze house, located on a scenic hillside, was more than just a place to live. It was where the group created content, streamed live games, and connected with millions of fans around the world. Every room was designed with a purpose: game rooms, editing studios, and chill zones. The house became iconic, featured in countless YouTube videos and social media posts. When the fires hit, the team had to evacuate immediately. One streamer was even live streaming when the flames grew dangerously close, capturing the chaos of the moment. As the Faze members rushed to safety, they left behind not only their gaming equipment, but also the place where they had shared unforgettable experiences. By the time it was safe to return, the once legendary gaming mansion was gone. Reduced to rubble, the site was barely recognizable. For the Faze clan, the loss was both emotional and financial. Millions of dollars in gaming equipment, filming gear, and personal items were destroyed in an instant. But the memories tied to the house, they were the hardest to let go of. Despite the devastation, the Faze clan focused on rebuilding. They used their massive platform to share their experience and raise awareness about wildfire prevention. Their story became a symbol of resilience, showing their fans that, even in the face of loss, it's possible to regroup and rebuild. Number 1, Patricia Heaton. Patricia Heaton, the Emmy-winning actress from Everyone Loves Raymond and The Middle, was no stranger to overcoming challenges. But when the Los Angeles fires destroyed her family home, she found herself facing a heartbreaking new chapter. Heaton's home was more than a luxurious home. It was the center of her family's life, filled with personal mementos and memories of her children growing up. It represented years of hard work and love. But the fire swept through her neighborhood with incredible speed, leaving no chance to save the house that she had worked so hard to build. The loss was devastating, not just for Patricia Heaton, but for her entire family. The irreplaceable keepsakes, the rooms where they had celebrated milestones, and the warmth of a place that they called home, it was all gone. However, rather than dwelling on what was lost, Heaton channeled her energy into something positive. She became a vocal advocate for better fire prevention, using her platform to push for stronger safety protocols and funding for firefighting efforts. Heaton spoke about the importance of protecting not just high-profile homes, but also the countless families affected by such disasters. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates of your favorite celebrities. Hit the bell icon to stay notified about our latest updates.